In the cold hours before dawn, on June 6, 1944, as thousands of ships churned towards the Normandy coast, the most important Allied soldiers of the invasion were already in position. They did not wear helmets. They were made of rubber and sawdust. This was the first U.S. Army group, WWII, a phantom army commanded by the famous General George S. Patton, and its mission was to convince Adolf Hitler that the real invasion would come 150 miles away, at the Pays de Calais. The story of this deception, codenamed Operation Fortitude, was a war fought with whispers and cardboard. While real armies trained in secret, our army of artists, carpenters, and radio operators built a world of illusion. In the fields of Kent, across the English Channel from Calais, they built a masterpiece of nothing. Inflatable tanks, convincing from the air, but light enough for 2 men to lift, were arranged in precise formations. Plywood airplanes sat on fake airfields. Canvas trucks crowded empty roads. From high-flying German reconnaissance planes, it looked like a terrifying buildup of men and material, poised to strike at the narrowest point of the channel. But the dummy tanks were just the set dressing. The real performance came from the airwaves. An entire network of Allied radio operators, trained to mimic the sloppy fist of rookie signalmen, filled the ether with the chatter of a forming army. They broadcast fake troop movements, logistics requests for non-existent units, and even gossip about Patton's temper. They knew German intelligence was listening, piecing together the Ghost Army Battalion by Phantom Battalion. The key actor was Patton himself. The Allies let him be seen publicly in Kent, knowing German spies would report it. They leaked his appointment as commander of WWII. Hitler and his high command, particularly Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, held a deep-seated belief that Calais was the logical target. The Allies fed that belief with a feast of false evidence. The ruse was breathtakingly successful. When the real invasion hit Normandy, Hitler was convinced it was a feint diversion to pull his panzer reserves away from the main event at Calais. He held the powerful 15th Army, nearly 150,000 men, in place for 7 critical weeks, waiting for an attack from an army of rubber and radio waves that would never come. This delay allowed the Allies to secure their beachhead. By the time Hitler realized he had been tricked, the real Patton, now leading the very real, very powerful Third Army, was tearing across France. The story of WWII is a story about how belief can be the most powerful fortification and doubt the most devastating weapon. It proves that in total war, victory is not just won by the soldiers who storm the beaches, but by the artists, the actors, and the lieutenants whispering into radios, who hold an enemy army in place with the most fragile of materials. A convincing story.